education and learn more about my company and to learn more about USPTO and the great work they're doing to ensure that other inclusive founders like me can gain access to the patents we all need.
Like that. You have my attention.
Well, good morning. As mentioned, I'm Anita Darden-Gardine. I'm the CEO and founder of Oneva Concierge Care. I want to start today by thanking all those who made it possible for me to be on this stage and in this moment. That certainly begins with the team at the U.S. Trade and Patent Office who awarded me a patent for trust. And I'll be talking about how we've applied that patent for trust. I've also been here blessed to the Minority Business Development Agency led by Mr. Ron Uba here in the audience today and Ms. Rita Skinner. So I thank you both for allowing me to share my work products and always the ITA and U.S. Commercial Trade Service. I have to say that my ability to create these patents and to build a technology platform that heretofore did not exist all came from Reverend Jesse Jackson. Because of his introductions to large technology companies like Microsoft and Intel, working with those supplier diversity leaders, I've been able to build a technology that they needed. Most of these folks are my customers today and or are in my pipeline. So thanks to Reverend Jackson and those supplier diversity leaders for building a company like me. One of the things I wanted to share is why every founder, especially inclusive founders, again, who look like me, are interested and should pursue patents. It increases our opportunity to create value for ourselves and for our investors. It provides a competitive advantage so our competitors can't come in and steal that secret sauce that we have. And of course, it creates a tangible asset. Each of us is out there raising money to build our visions and our dreams, and investors look for those core assets in making those decisions. In my case, I'm very blessed to be founded by the law firm of Wilson Sonsini and Cooley, what I like to call the Cartiers of patent. So again, for inclusive founders to be able to have that access into the experience that we need is amazing. So why did we get a patent for trust? My story, I'm the youngest of 8. I have a husband, 2 kids, and aging parents, a pet, a house to clean, and a job. And I needed help. And there was no help available in the marketplace that met my needs. So absolutely, we all know the statistics. 43% of professional women leave the workforce. I was one of them. I left my job as a CFO at Seagate to stay home and take care of the family and kids. We know that 24% of workers are providing elder care today. We know that 13% of workers are providing care for special needs, the rise of autism, the rise of folks with physical limitations. We bring all the services that those families need into a single platform. Again, thanks to Reverend Jesse Jackson, we had the opportunity to work with Fred Till, the Vice President of Benefits at Microsoft, and yes, he was my first corporate customer. He has 103,000 employees. But imagine working with him to say, how do we solve care and trusted care in that regard? It has to be easy to use. It has to work 24/7. It has to work globally. Microsoft's not just based in Seattle or just in the US. It's got to work everywhere. And I've got to be able to get that same caregiver every time. Lyft and Uber, they'll send you whoever they want you to have, and you have no clue who they are and if you ever want to see them again. So we had to build something that was very different and unique. So for us, having worked with Microsoft and their employees since 2017, we know these are all the services, whether you're a Gen Xer, a Gen Zer, or a baby boomer like me, to juggle home and work. We need a single place where we can go and find all these products and services and know we're going to get that trusted care provider. When I thought about my problem and working with Fred and Microsoft around how to make that care available for me and for his employees so that he could get them to come to work and be productive, we realized this is a global problem. Whether you're in the military and you're that spouse who has to travel, you've got to pick up and move, often with a family. You have an immediate care need. How do you fill it with that trusted care provider? If you're in a multi-generational household with elders and kids in the same environment, particularly with new immigrants where we see that occur frequently, where do those folks go to find the trusted care that they need? And thinking through that problem, absolutely we could solve for the technology. But at the end of the day, how do you solve trust? How do you feel good about the person you have in your home? Well, we managed to do that and again have been awarded a patent. So for us, That family uses the Oneva Me native app. The caregiver uses the Oneva Pro native app. But even with that technology, absolutely, we can connect the family, we can connect the caregiver, we can even connect that HR department that wants to see services are being used because they're paying for these services as an HR benefit. They want to see reports. But how do you really create that trust? You want to look somebody in the eye. You want to see how they speak, how fast they speak, when and how they smile. So we realized we needed to have video at the center. And that's our second patent, creating video by applying AI. You don't need a human videographer anymore. So knowing these elements of taking these native technology applications, bringing in that video, we've created Oneva Concierge Care. And as mentioned, it connects those three groups we talked about. Again, we're not Lyft, we're not Uber. I know if I leave my jacket in a Lyft, I am freaked out. Now I'm talking about care for my mom or for my child. I need a live human. And right there in the middle of it all, there's an 800 number I can call 24 hours a day. Hey, mom's had an accident. Somebody's got to pick my child up at school. We've built our technology to be private, so no one else has access to your data. And from our single application, you can view, book, and pay for every caregiver. Right now, this is what Microsoft employees are seeing. As mentioned, they have over 103,000 employees. We're operational in the San Francisco Bay Area, and Microsoft has asked us to scale nationally to support them. We're blessed to our contract onboard other companies like Genentech. So we have 10,000 employees in San Francisco Bay Area with Genentech. This is what they're seeing right now in their company and out on the roadways with our billboards. I keep talking about the technology we built because we are technologists, and Ken, who's hiding in the back, is with me. The tech we built that helps you connect to that trusted caregiver can also help you connect to your trusted doctor. Before you choose your doctor, you may want to see that video and learn if this is somebody I can communicate with. You may want to see those credentials. Well, where did they go to school? What did they study in a specific field that I need to have? So our technology allows us to adapt for other markets. We can connect a child, a teacher, to a parent or a school. We can connect a new immigrant to an NGO, to food, and all the payment is handled on the platform. All monies flow through us. So governmental and other agencies who want to ensure that folks are spending money that they've been given properly can track it all here. In addition, just like again Lyft and Uber, we've got to have folks drive kids to school, drive me to the doctor, maybe when I have a knee surgery. We can also provide non-emergency transport services. So if you're a vet or if you're in the military and you need to have a different type of service provider, we can absolutely make this available to you. And we have moved through the DoD process so that we are approved to use military spouses as well to provide this care that we're talking about. Now that you've heard about Patent 1, creating trust, and how that trust can apply to different markets, I want to talk about Patent 2. I mentioned at the core of trust is the video, being able to see that eye contact, seeing when they smile, how do they behave. Well, Patent 2 pending, Hollywood, really focuses on where the eyes look, how fast you speak, and when you smile. Because if you smile at the wrong time, you can get a very different outcome than maybe you had anticipated. So what we are doing with our second patent pending, you can create your own video without a human. We know that right now today, small business providers pay $5,000 to $10,000 to create a set and have a director and somebody to come out and record them. Imagine doing that from your iPhone, simply using the Oneva app. And you can create your own curated video and be out in market competing with those large providers at a much lower price. We know that this video, because it's scripted, just as that caregiver is telling you who they are, we can use it as a training video. That Border Patrol agent might want to learn what's the script I need to be able to communicate at every time with every new person I meet. Have them use Hollywood, our technology, and you can view it, give them feedback, and help them do a much better job. It can help for training. You can create your LinkedIn profile, your dating profile. It serves many purposes. Last but not least, We set living rate floors for caregivers on our platform. So as I mentioned, not only do we seek out folks like military spouses, but we set rate floors. So in the San Francisco Bay areas, the lowest paid workers earning $22 an hour with tip. The average caregiver earns about $14 in this country. We know it's a massively growing industry. We know that caregivers need to be able to show up day after day, and they need to earn a living rate to do that. And they need to know that they're working in homes that are safe and that are assured of payment. So we do all that with Oneva. So if you are interested in being a customer, a partner, or an investor, please stop by and see me. My booth is just here to the side. You'll notice this wonderful sign here. If you can't figure out where you find Anita at Oneva, this is here. So I look forward to seeing you. Thank you all for allowing me to share my company and my vision, and I thank you.